If you start working in Japan, you will immediately realize that you'll be drowning in an ocean of business cards very quickly. And wish they were all Yu-Gi-Oh cards, because if they were, you would be an awesome collector. 皆さんこんにちは and welcome to Let's Ask Shogo. Exchanging business cards in Japan tend to be brought up as a kind of joke, how we must use both hands and handle the cards with too much care. I've made videos myself saying that the culture is outdated, or laughing at some jokes made by famous influencers. However, in the business world in Japan, it really is no joke, and it's a very important manner that you must know in order to have a decent relationship with your clients. If you don't prepare business cards or do not know the proper way to exchange them, you might give the other person a bad first impression. So today, as a man who has worked in 3 Japanese companies before and now running my own, I will explain the 4 basic rules of business cards, as well as ways of exchanging them in 3 different situations. At the end of the video, I will also talk about how to respond to emergency situations regarding business cards, and advice on how to take care of cards that you have received. By watching this video, you will understand everything you need to know about exchanging business cards. So it is especially recommended to those who are hoping to work or start a business in Japan someday. If you enjoyed watching this video, I hope you can take a look at part 1, where I explain about business greetings, and part 3 about upper and lower seats. And even if you get confused somewhere during the middle, that's okay. I will wrap everything up again at the end of the video in today's conclusion. それでは本日も名刺を交換してまいりましょう。First, let's start by talking about the 4 basic rules of exchanging business cards. 1. Choose your card cases carefully. 2. Think of business cards as the soul of the person. 3. The person in the superior position exchanges first. 4. Keep the received card on the left side of the table and line them up in order. 1. Choose your card cases carefully. Just as important as the business cards are, the business card holders and cases are important too. It is a mandatory item for the proper exchanging procedure, and it will be considered rude to just randomly take out your card and hand it. When you try to look for business card cases, you will find out that there are actually many different kinds. In these books that I have read, it was explained that thick leather cases for business cards only are the best. There are some cases that are made from metal too, but they have the risk of damaging the floor and making a big noise if you accidentally drop them. Leather ones will not have this problem. And you should choose the ones that are not too slim, but slightly thicker. Some types of cases are made to also function as a credit card holder or small wallet. However, it's not very pleasant to let the other person see they have anything else inside your cases. 2. Think of business cards as the soul of that person. This second rule is something that you would often hear, to take care of other person's cards as if it's a part of them. Which means that randomly shoving them into your pockets or wallets isn't going to be a good idea. But one thing that you might have not heard before is that you should handle your own the same way, as if you're giving a part of yourself to someone. That means keeping your own business cards in your back pocket is also rude too. Unless you want to hand someone something that comes out from your back end. Again, always keep the business cards inside the special card holders I just talked about. And you can keep the cases inside your inner chest pocket or inside your bag. 3. The person in the superior position exchanges first. If you have a group of people exchanging cards at once, please keep in mind that the superiors of each group will exchange their cards first. If you ever have a chance to exchange cards in Japan, you will probably go together with your superiors, and they will teach you more about how to properly exchange them. You will just have to wait for your superiors to exchange first, and then do what they did. By the time you're in a high enough position to exchange first, you'll already be used to the culture, so it shouldn't be a problem. And if it's only you and the other person, you can start exchanging right away. 4. Keep the received cards on the left side of the table and line them up in order. After exchanging cards, if you're going to sit down, keep the other person's card on top of your card case and on your left-hand side. If there are multiple cards that you have received at once, keep the most superior person's card on your card case and the others lined up on the table. It's best you line the cards up by where everyone is sitting, so it'll be easier to remember who is who. So now, let's finally start talking about how to exchange business cards in 3 different situations. However, please keep in mind that in any situation, you should always stand up right in front of the person to exchange cards and avoid handing cards across a table. If you are exchanging cards inside a cafe, for example, and standing up might get in other people's way, you should say, 失礼いたします, and then exchange cards as you stay seated. The 3 situations I'm going to be explaining are 1. When you only hand a card. 2. When you only receive a card. 3. When 2 people exchange cards at once. 1. When you only hand a card. 1. Take out your business card and put it on the card holder facing yourself. 2. Say your position, name, and slightly bow. 3. Turn the cards towards the other person and hand it with both hands. Keep your hands as high as the other person's chest so it is easier to receive. 2. When you only receive a card. 1. Take the other person's card at chest height and hold the corners so you don't hide what's on it. It's best you say, 頂戴いたします, which is a polite way to say, I'm receiving this. 2. Read out loud the other person's last name to check how to read it. If you really don't know how to read it, it's not impolite to ask at this point. 3. If you're going to be holding the other person's card as you continue the conversation, keep the card at your chest height. 3. When 2 people exchange cards at once. 1. The 2 people will take out their cards almost at the same time. The company name and name will be given first from the visiting side. 2. With each other's business card facing the other person's reading, present the business card with your right hand and place it on the other person's business card holder. Be sure to not raise your card higher than the other person when handing. 3. Receive your opponent's business card on your left hand's business card holder. 4. Immediately after handing over your business card, attach your right hand to the business card of the person who received it. Say 頂戴いたします and pick it up with both hands. 5. Read the business card you received while keeping it at chest height and check his or her name, and so on. In business scenes, the 3rd situation is basically the main way card exchanges are done. By the way, for left-handed people, it might seem a little unfair, but it is a common rule for everyone to hand business cards with their right hands when 2 people exchange cards at once. Now you know the basic ways of exchanging business cards. I would like to give some advice for emergencies that might happen. 1. When someone hands you a card when you are not ready. 2. When you accidentally forget your card. 3. When you accidentally drop your card. 1. When someone hands you a card when you are not ready. When you're still not used to exchanging business cards, the other person might try to hand you his or her card when you're still not ready. If you come across such a situation, don't let the other person wait. Receive the card first by using the second way, when you only receive a card pattern, as I explained earlier, and give an apology. Receive the card with care, and then take time again to prepare your own card. 2. When you accidentally forget your card. There might be a time when you accidentally forget your card or realize that you just ran out of them. In that case, it's best to express your deepest apologies and say out loud your company name, title, and name, which are the information originally written on your card. To avoid such a situation, try to create a habit of checking your card case before leaving your house or company. Also, it is often recommended that you prepare an extra card case and keep it inside your bag, just in case. 3. When you accidentally drop your card. When you're not used to exchanging business cards yet, you might rush and accidentally drop the card that you were intending to hand to the other person. If this happens, you should first say your apologies and then pick up the dropped card. The most important point is, of course, to not hand the card you've just dropped. Be sure to put the dropped card away in the back of your card case and take out a new one. Then lastly, let me give you some advice on how to handle the business cards that you've received from others. If you start working in Japan, you will immediately realize that you'll be drowning in an ocean of business cards very quickly and wish they were all Yu-Gi-Oh cards, because if they were, you would be an awesome collector. I recommend these 2 ways to take care of business cards. 1. The business card files. 2. The business card applications. The card files are sold at almost any stationery store or 100-yen shops. They are special files meant just for managing business cards, and you'll be able to file them neatly and use memos or labels to categorize them. However, I would actually recommend the business card applications even more. These apps will scan the business cards they've received and will automatically save all the information on your smart device. This means if you wanted to make a phone call to a person who you've exchanged business cards with before, you wouldn't have to open up your huge card file and look for the number, but you just have to open the app and it'll be there. My recommendations of free business card apps are Wantedly People and 8, both of which work for iOS and Android devices. By the way, there are some apps where you can do the business card exchange on the app itself, so you don't have to make the cards in the first place. But it seems that the communication of the real card exchanging is still important, and this culture is not becoming that common. Now, let me actually use the Wantedly People app to scan a card for you. So this is the Wantedly People application. Let's open it up. So you press this middle button here, then it opens up the camera. Yes. So you put the name card in the camera, and then there's a circle that shows up, and then you press the middle button here. There we go. Perfect. Then you just have to touch here. Yes, it has my name in it and also my email address. And from here, if you wanted to send an email, you just have to press the email and then it'll open up the email for you. Then lastly, today's conclusion. The 4 basic rules of exchanging business cards are: 1. Choose your card cases carefully. Using thick leather cases for business cards only are the most recommended. 2. Think of business cards as the soul of the person. This applies not only to the other person's card, but also to your own card too. 3. The person in the superior position exchanges first. If you have a group of people exchanging cards at once, the superiors of each group will exchange their cards first. 4. Keep the received cards on the left side of the table and line them up in order. If you're going to sit down, keep the other person's card on top of your card case and on your left-hand side. It's best you line the cards up by where everyone is sitting, so it'll be easier to remember who is who. These are my 3 tips on how to respond to emergencies. 1. When someone hands you a card when you are not ready. Don't let the other person wait. Receive the card with care first as you tell your apologies, and then take your time to take out your own card. 3. When you accidentally forget your card, express your deepest apologies and say out loud your company name, title, and name, which are information originally written on your card. 3. When you accidentally drop your card, first say your apologies and pick up the dropped card. Do not hand the card that you've dropped and take out a new one. To efficiently manage the gathered business cards, I recommend you use business card apps like Wantly People or 8. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you thought, well, I probably will never be working in Japan, but this video was still interesting to watch, please hit the like button to help me Please hit the like button to help me boost this video to more people. And my goal is to achieve 1 million subscribers by January 2023, so your help would mean a lot. In this channel, you can take a closer look at Japanese traditional culture, tips on traveling to Kyoto, and social problems in Japan. So learners and lovers of Japanese language and culture, be sure to subscribe to enjoy more content. And please, check out our sub-channel and membership through the link inside the description box. Thanks again, and I'll see you in my next video. どうもありがとうございました。To be honest though, once I became a YouTuber, I really don't have that many occasions to exchange business cards anymore. Well, especially because of the COVID-19.